So recently 1.20.1 dropped for Minecraft, and they've added two major new things to the game. A few new music discs, the wind charge, and also the most broken item to ever exist on the plane of existence. Now let's first actually start with the wind charges, and I would like to quickly say here, wind charges makes absolutely no sense to me. I can't really get the timing down to get a very high wind jump, nor can I actually understand what makes a wind jump work, so it's very complicated in my head, and I just can't get wind jumps to work for me, if that makes sense. Moving on how the wind burst actually works, you can get these things from the new mob and from the new biome, the trial chambers, from these mobs called the breezes. Breezes will throw wind buffs, or these wind puff things, but if you defeat a few of these little cage bosses things, you can get keys, and then you can go over to these places, and you have a chance to get a wind charge from these little cage things. How they work is they're basically those fireballs from Hypixel Bed Wars, except for they don't do fire damage. You can also do what's known as wind jumping with them, and as I've already stated, it makes no sense to me. So how my brain sees wind jumping is like Soldier from TF2. In other words, rocket jumping. But that just doesn't translate over. I have clips of me doing insane rocket jumps with, what's it called? I forget. The Beggar's Bazooka. The point is, I do insane jumps like this, and yet I can't get a simple thing like this down. I mean, take a look at this bullcrap. I can also activate trapdoors, which is pretty satisfying if you're wondering. But aside from them, let's move on to... Mace is a really funky item in that it's like the sniper rifle from TF2, because it always comes back to Gabe. What I mean by that is it has not a consistent damage output. Like for a pipe bomb from TF2, it will always do a clean 100 damage, but the sniper rifle can go from 150 damage to who knows. How the mace works is that when you fall from a certain height, it will take all the blocks that you fall from, or how many blocks you fell from, calculate that, and make that your damage total. And also, there are enchantments, so that way, after you hit something, you'll just bounce back up, so you can actually four-shot the warden. Remember all those clips of YouTubers, your favorite Minecraft YouTubers, getting absolutely one-shotted by this thing, and all the memes of how many iron golems would it take to defeat one warden? Now, we can just do that with one freaking item. No. 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 Oh, crap. I missed the big guy. That was embarrassing. No. 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 Meow. Ah, crap. The chain fell apart. But look at this. They're eggs. So, of course, this thing is a pain in the butt to get. To get the mace, you need the heavy core and breeze rods. Breeze rods you can get from killing breezes, which is actually quite simple. But getting a heavy core is absolute pain in the stick. You basically need this ominous potion, so that way when you enter the trial chambers, it will turn into ominous mode, aka hell mode. And then you need to navigate through the trials, and then you'll get ominous keys, which you can only use on certain vaults. And then when you go for these certain vaults, you have a chance to get the ominous core or the heavy core. Is this also a good time to mention it's like a 1% chance to get it from these hard spawners? But in reward for doing all that bullcrap just to get the mace, you can do absolute wonders. I'm having fun. I've also added a few new mechanical changes, such as falling on the side of blocks won't remove the effect of the blocks. So, for example, if you stand on the edge of a magma block, you won't take damage. If you fall on the edge of a slime block, you won't bounce, and then you'll die. They fixed that, so that way it actually now works. They also add some new dog variants, which I'm actually quite hyped about. I didn't actually see any of them, but you can tell I'm pretty excited. Anywho, they also added the armadillo, but we're not gonna know. They also got one little extra Timbit for for you, by the way. So, the mace has an enchantment called Breaching, which will effectively allow it to ignore armor a little bit. And, did you know that this is not actually a mace-exclusive enchantment? It can also be enchanted on an anvil! An anvil! An anvil with breach. I mean an anvil. I mean an enchanted anvil. What? I'd also like to make a few channel announcements. I'd have a few projects in the workings right now, and I actually want to put a bit more time and effort into this channel, even though it might not get anywhere, which is probably a good idea because only my friends are subscribed to it. Hello peoples. I still want to really work on this channel, make it at least something worth my time. I want to put work into the editing. I have an entire summer vacation, and I took a little bit of a hiatus, if you can't tell. So, that's all the news I got for you. Anywho, see you next time.